So I'll start the lesson. There was an English poet, Alexander Pope, that Reverend Greg always speaks about from time to time, who wrote in 1740 a poem with the famous saying, which is, "Order is heaven's first law." And Reverend Greg brings this up often and ties into this creative living series. And that's where I picked up what I will talk about today. And we'll start with our basic belief and conviction in this teaching that everything is in divine order. Everything is in divine order. And through this lesson, we're going to talk about this, everything that we know that is in divine order, and how we can relax and let this divine order take preeminence in all situations in our life or anything we find ourselves in. So this lesson today is titled, "Everything is in Divine Order." And what is divine order? We have our different meanings of divine order, but I will explain my own definition from my research. Is divine order is the alignment of all aspects of our life according to what is perceived as God's or the universe's plan. And that plan is a plan for us. It's a plan for our purpose, our connection with the universe. What are God's plans for us? What are the thoughts, God's plan? I mean, when we talk about divine order, I just say that is God's plan, the universe's plan. And when we say plan, what do we mean by this? And we often say that the thoughts of God, of the universe for us, are thoughts of good. These thoughts are to give us a future, to bring us to an expected end, a good end. Gandhi said in another way, there is a divine order in the universe. All things are as they should be. And when we say all things are as should be, what does that mean? There's also an affirmation that we often say here. Dr. Greg often says this: everything is perfect. And when we say everything is perfect, does it mean that there are no there are no bad situations? There are. But we are knowing in all things, all is perfect. Also, the Bible and other religions suggest that we are created in the image and likeness of God. What does that mean when we say we are created in the image and likeness of God? That means we are co-creators with the divine, that we possess an inherent divine quality and potential. It's in you. It's always been there, waiting to be manifested. Is a divine potential that you have. I have it. It's in our DNA. It's who we are. In us lies this spark of the divine. All we need to do is to learn how to use this potential for our own good. And we are knowing constantly that we are one with one, and because of this, we have the capacity to change our life, to heal our life, to create our reality. I don't know if we really understand when we say that we have the capacity. I mean, you don't have to go anywhere to get this. It's within you. You are the whole bit. You have everything within you that you need for life and godliness. I mean, we often say it's a journey without a distance. You just have to go within and pull it. You're a spark of the divine. You are an extension of the divine. Nothing can blur it out. You just need to awaken to the reality. It's who you are. You are one with the one. And we are knowing because we are one with one. We are one with the universe. We are created in the image and likeness, and that makes us co-creators. We can use this for our own good. And when we come from that place of awareness, what awareness? That you are one with the one, that you are a co-creator, you are divine. And when we come from that place of awareness and connection, that you have this power at your disposal, and you know how to apply it. Because this is not wisdom, applying the knowledge that you have in any and every situation. Oprah Winfrey said concerning this title that we are talking about, I trust in the ebb and flow of the universe. I trust that lies bigger than what I can see. I trust that there is a divine order beyond my control. And I trust that no matter what happens, I will be all right. It's a case of knowing that all the intricacies of life, all the ups and downs, all the situations, all the hurdles, all the good, the bad, the ugly, it's just happening for one purpose, for your eventual good. And this is same as saying everything is perfect and working out for your own good. Exactly. You know, most times, most of our problems are solved when we have knowledge of who we are. It keeps us calm in very perilous times or situations that are unsettling. And we often say something again, you often hear Dr. Greg say it, and we all say it, out of this only good can come. We are talking about divine order. And when we say divine order, we are trying to say that it does not have to be good all the time. And we are knowing and trusting and holding on to these words that out of this only good can come. I feel like it's something I should be saying 1,000 times in a day. Out of this only good can come. I'm knowing, I'm declaring that out of this only good can come, only good can come, only good can come. Say it until you feel it. The words are powerful. The things we say are powerful. They are creative. That's what we learn here. We know that there is a higher power or universal intelligence at work in the world, and we are connected to this. We know the universe is always orchestrating events and circumstances in a way that aligns with a greater plan or purpose of a greater good. I like to hear that the universe orchestrates circumstances. I mean, it's a case of things would be working out for your good. All we have to do is just to align with that. It orchestrates situations. Before you get to a situation, the universe has already planned things. All we have to do is align to it, be sensitive to it, and work with it. It brings up the truth that the universe conspires to make things happen for our own good. And this is a statement of trust and faith in divine order. So even when things appear chaotic, confusing, or challenging, from a limited human perspective, there is an understanding and trust that life is unfolding perfectly. So when I'm in a situation and I keep declaring, out of this only good can come, all is well, What are we doing when we do that? We realigning ourselves with the thoughts and the moves of the universe. And it helps us be peace, like peace in storm. Be still and know that you are God. I mean, nothing just happens. We talk about this all the time. This is a teaching of principles, and we have to do the work. What is the work? You know the words to say, you know your affirmations, and you declare it and hold on to it. And when we believe in divine order, it does provide comfort and reassurance, also peace of mind, especially in difficult situations. I like this because it takes you and me to know that in every situation, we have a source that we can hold on to. In every situation, we are knowing that we are coming out better than we were. Because that is who we are meant to be, because we are connected with the source of all good, whose plan for us is good and not of bad, to give us a future and an expected end. That is constant. So any belief, any understanding that things are meant to be bad, are meant to be difficult, it's a matter of taking those thoughts, doing the affirmative treatment. This is not who I am. This is not who I'm meant to be. And change it with thoughts that are good, are pure, are great, are life. And you see that manifest in our lives in all situations. And the universe is always about the power for good, which we are part of. And we are always using it for our own good. It's an operation. And all we have to do is to understand that things are working out. Apostle Paul in the Bible said, God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. So when you are in a situation and it's chaotic, it's in a confused state, that is not who the God you are connected with is. So you're knowing that that is not who you are, and that is a call for you to go within and connect. Because peace is our portion. Peace is who we are. I remember something Dr. Greg often says. In such situations, we can say, we can see peace. We can see peace instead. I don't know how it happens or how we do it, but sometimes when I'm alone by myself, say in my apartment, I say these things out, not just saying it within. I see peace instead of the situation around. I see progress. I see success. I see the green light. I declare it until I begin to feel it. I say it within me. I speak it to my being. We can always be committed to these statements and feel it and declare it in all situations. And I want to bring up something. Sometimes, I don't know if we remember instances in our life when things show up somewhat miraculously. You are not just expecting it. It just shows up out of nowhere, just when you need it, just at the right time. Oh, I was wanting to do this, and someone just shows up. Something just shows up. I don't know if of course, we may have experienced that. Obviously, that's an orchestration by the divine. That's the divine order, directing, guiding you. Or you're asking for something, all of a sudden somebody shows up with, oh, that's the way to do it. That's divine order. Or you're thinking about something, trying to connect the dots, out of the blues, something just connects within. Oh, like you've heard this before, it's happened before. That is divine order in action. It is so because of this intelligent system that we are all part of. We are part of this intelligent, wonderful system that's there, available 24/7, on call, waiting for you to just call on it. It's on call, waiting for you to use it, to use the powers that you have. It does not sleep, it does not slumber. It's constantly waiting for you to take the move. And we also know that it's infinite. It's not limited by anything. It's an invisible life force that flows through everyone and everything. So we know that it's infinite. It's not limited by what you say or what you think or what people peg it to. It flows through you and it flows through me. And that's why we say no mistake. There's a divine in you, there's a divine in me. It's in everything. And when we're in tune with it and sensitive to this, we hear it speak to us, directing us. Always. And even as we talk, we are knowing that it's flowing. It's at work 24/7. It's flowing through you. It's flowing through me. It's constantly directing. It's constantly telling us what to do. If we can only be sensitive and listen to it. It works in mysterious ways. Sometimes I say to myself, when I remember, and I like us to also do that when we can, that declare things like, I am a spark of the divine. I am the whole bit. I like this so much. I am the whole bit. I'm lacking nothing. I look at myself and say, you're the whole bit. I lack nothing. I am supplied and supported. If we learn to say these things always to ourselves, we'll see definitely a change. According to Wayne Dyer, it says that everything in the universe has a purpose. And from here we say, it's all God. It's all God unfolding. We are constantly breaking out into new boundaries, into new territories, enlarging our territories, because that's who we are. Indeed, the invisible intelligence is in all and flows through everything for a reason. We may not understand the reason now, but benefit of hindsight, we'll know, oh, was that the reason why this happened? I was almost giving up on that. But knowing that there's always a reason and a purpose for every orchestration of the divine. And not just that it's a reason, it's working for our own good. So what else can we do than to just trust the divine? It is also flowing through you. You are one with it. You might say to yourself, I am one with infinite intelligence. I am one with infinite intelligence. You might be doing something, studying or thinking of a plan or thinking of idea. What about using this as an affirmation? I am one with infinite intelligence. I have wisdom, I have understanding, I have knowledge, because I'm connected with infinite intelligence. There was a book that Dr. Greg taught of from some time in the past, Celestine Prophecy. You might like to read it. Dr. Greg used that to teach some classes in the past. And it has some things to say about this divine order. It had several manuscripts that gave us insight into our perception of reality. It greatly encouraged us to embrace the long view, enabling us to witness the continuous unfolding of perfection. I feel like just laughing and processing this. Unfolding, we are unfolding perfection because we are connected with perfection. So the things you think in your mind are mistakes, that downtime, that is actually perfection unfolding. Sometimes we go through things and this is so terrible, but that is you. That is the pure gold coming out, perfection unfolding. As we do this, as we adopt this perspective, we recognize that the world around us is not a mere chaotic string of random events, but rather a grand tapestry carefully woven with purpose and intention. In each moment, there exists an intricate dance of interconnectedness and synchronicity. When we go in and tune into this awareness, to this profound truth, what truth? Of who you are, of your connection with divine, then we open ourselves to the beauty and wisdom that has always been present, patiently revealing itself in perfect timing. It has always been present. The only thing is for us to recognize it's there and use it. It's there, it's present. It's a potential energy that we have. When we embrace this long view, it grants us the gift of seeing beyond limitations of what appears to be happening. And when we say seeing beyond limitations, you're knowing that you have some situation now, but you're knowing that you are connected with God. You're knowing that everything is working out for your own good. That's the long view. It's the same thing when the Bible says, my thoughts for you are of good, to give you a hope and a future and an expected end. That is the long view. And it permeates everything in existence. It goes through you, goes through me. We might also recall a song by Bette Midler, From a Distance. She sang, from a distance, I can see harmony. This resonates deeply with the concept of taking the long view. From a distance, what do you see? Do you see peace? Do you know who you are? That you are connected with divine? That only good can come out of any situation you find yourself? The song's message suggests that when we take a pause, when we get centered and step back and observe things from a broader perspective, that is just when you sit down. We talk about sit down and let the divine that you are part of guide and direct you in every situation. You see it from not just the very myopic thing, this situation is going to choke me, this situation would kill me. No, we don't say such things. We are knowing on the broader perspective that we are more than what we see. We are not just physical existence. We are divine beings having terrestrial life. That's who we are. we can witness the inherent order and harmony that exists within the world. And as we meditate and slow down, we can detach ourselves from the details of life and gain a higher vantage point. This perspective also allows us to see beyond the conflicts, the divisions, the disharmony that may be happening in and around, and see things from a larger harmonious tapestry being woven. Of course, we're talking about the long view, seeing things from the long view. And that seeing things from the long view is practically taking a pause, sitting down, understanding who you are, and let the divine that you are take control, because its thoughts for you, its actions for you are for good. And as we take this pause and realize that all is in divine order, we cultivate a sense of awe, gratitude, and reverence for the inherent harmony that pervades existence, even amidst these challenges that we all see around us. If you try looking or thinking back at circumstances, you will see how it all perfectly fell into place at the right time. So when we say divine order of things, there's also a right timing to divine order of things. You know, divine order has also something to do with being so dovetailed with your understanding of who you are and who you are connected to. Sometimes we see things like the right person would just manifest in a situation at the right time. That is divine order taking place. And when we trust and believe in this order of things and align ourselves to its flow, we are able to create our reality. And we gather each week at the center to learn about this divine flow and our connection to it. And encourages us to trust more and rely on it. We often say it's in it we live, we move, and we have our being. That's another powerful thing we can always create, or always affirm and say, in it I live, I move, and have my being. It's in you, it's in me, it's constantly working for our good, constantly. I like to always hear that it's constantly, it never goes on break, 24/7. It's a system that works for our own good. There was another statement from Wendai: if we embrace the idea that there is a greater plan unfolding that we cannot see, we will go from being an actor who is influenced by others playing the roles of producer and director, to being the writer, producer, director, and star of our glorious life. We become authors of our experience. We direct our own movies. We direct every situation. We are not directed by what people say or feel about us, because we know who we are. We will also be the casting director who possesses the ability to audition anyone you choose. We are manager. We manage our own situation. What people say about us ceases to control us or matter so much. It takes understanding who you know, who you are, to be able to play this role, to direct situations, to turn it around for your own good. Yeah, we love others, but we are clear that we are here to expand. That's what we are here to do, to thrive, to grow spiritually. And that we are the most important person in our world. That's one thing we gather each time on Thursday to talk about. You are the most important person in your world. And again, the Bible will say, love your neighbor as yourself. So you have to love yourself first. And now love your neighbor the way you love yourself. So it starts with you. You are the most important person in your world. And we also are knowing that the Spirit's business is about a growth, an expansion. It's about an awareness of love, wholeness, kindness, peace, so many things. There's something that we have on the walls. We are here to love. We are here to expand. And we're constantly expanding our consciousness to grow. And as we do our priority, things naturally, as we do these things of loving ourselves, of expanding, letting the Spirit direct us, there will always be a natural shift to things that are uplifting. It just happens. If we begin to concentrate on these things that are life, there will be a shift in the things you attract. Things that will be uplifting, you attract them because there's a shift in consciousness. And we don't need the drama or the stories. All those things they're not the things that we focus on. Our focus is on alignment with the universe and letting go of resistance. We trust and we know that Source knows what is best for us, even if it may not always align with our immediate desire. That's another perspective of the long view. Because sometimes what we want it now. We say we want it now. But when we trust the divine, we are knowing that it knows what is best for us. So even when we put all the efforts and it doesn't seem to be working the way we want it, let's just trust Source and the divine because it knows what is best for us. In this journey, it is important to learn to let go of resistance and surrender to the unfolding of your life. It's not always an easy thing to do, but it's something we have to learn always to do. Let go and surrender to the unfoldment of life. Because we are knowing that if we are connected with Source, with divine, everything is working for our own good. What we resistance do, it can only create unnecessary struggles and blocks the natural flow of abundance that is meant for you and for me. I like this word that the universe is always conspiring in my favor. It's always conspiring to bring good for me, to you. And again, another thing I mentioned earlier is that when we know this and realign ourselves to Source, we become co-creators. That's who we are. We create the life that we want, the reality that we want. We can take inspired actions towards our dream and desires. And when we do this, we also be open to detours and unexpected blessings along the way, knowing that the universe is always at work, making things to happen for us. Okay, I'm going to work. Okay, as we walk this path of no resistance, remember to cultivate an attitude of gratitude and appreciation for every experience, both positive and negative. Every moment is an opportunity for growth and expansion. Nothing just happens. There's always a reason for every occurrence. And if we can be calm, we will see it, because the universe will always be pointing us to that truth. When we embrace the lessons and celebrate the victories and trust that the universe is there, it has our back, we see situations change, or we even understand situations and be calmer and be peaceful. And another one that I like is we say all is well. When we say this, it's us, you connecting with that divine order. I know it's not working out now. I know this is not what I expect, but all is well. That is like I'm telling the universe, take control. I'm realigning myself when I say this with divine order, and knowing that it will eventually work out. And this does not mean that we lose faith and trust, but we are knowing that we are holding on to the truth steadfastly. I'm going to just say a few things, and I'll just read them out. Some ways we can develop trust in the universe. These are things that we talk about every time. Shift our mindset. We can shift our mindset from fear, from negativity, and replace it with thoughts of good, positive things. We can practice surrender. We learn every Thursday in our class to surrender control and let go of everything that is holding us back. We don't need to know everything. We just need to surrender all those things and let the universe have absolute control. We talk about learning to take the pause that refreshes. In quietness and in confidence, that's where our strength is. We practice mindfulness, being in the moment, meditation, when we quiet ourselves and get ourselves tuned up to the frequency of the Spirit. We take action. We do not just sit back and wait for things to happen. We take inspired action and move towards our goal. Everything we do, we walk. Nothing just happens. We have to put what we hear to practice. Then when setbacks come up, after we've done all that we are supposed to do, we trust in the universe because it's working things out for our own good. And we never will forget to practice self-care. Love yourself. Don't treat yourself badly. Love yourself. Pet yourself. Pamper yourself. Tell yourself all is well. It's working out. It's working out. I'm trusting the universe. It's working out. Say it 1,000 times. I'm blessed. I'm complete. I'm whole. I'm supplied and supported. It's working out. Look at yourself. You've done so well. You will do better the next time. Don't get discouraged. I'm here to thrive. Say all those good things to yourself. And in conclusion, we trust that everything is in divine order. Even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty, we know that all is well. And we learn to embrace the lessons, the challenges, and the blessings that come our way, for they are part of a greater plan. I remember this cartoon that I always watch. It's also Special Agent also. It says it's all in the plan. So just know it's all in the plan. The plan is for good. It's all in the plan. We have faith and trust in the unfolding of our journey and letting go of the need to control. Surrender to the wisdom of the universe and allow ourselves to be carried by the currents of divine order. When we align all aspects of our life to divine flow, we experience so much peace and the momentum to keep moving from good to greater good. Embrace each day with gratitude, knowing that we are exactly where we need to be, and that every step is a part of the unique and purposeful path. Our steps are ordered by the divine. Everything is working out for your own good. Thank you so much, and thank you for being a part of this class.